Talk Time with Reid Moriarty.
Hi, Sam Von Trapp.
Hi,
You're
Reid.
the Director of Operations at the Trapp Family Lodge.
Mostly I wander around talking to people while other organized people make sure that everything gets done.
What's your favorite memory of your grandmother, Maria Von Trapp?
I think my favorite memory of my grandmother was the summer that I turned 7. I broke my leg badly. And
You broke your leg?
I did, very badly. Not skiing, happened in the summer. I was horseback riding. And she came down and read to me every day. She used to read to me from The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling every
Jungle Book
afternoon.
by Rudyard Kipling?
Have you? Do you know that? The Jungle Book? Yeah. And have you seen the movie?
Yes,
they've done
with Phil Harris.
And so that was a really that was an important time where we bonded a lot, getting to spend a lot of time together.
My band's name is Jungle Poppins.
Nice. Oh, I love it. Have you seen the new Mary Poppins movie?
No.
Neither have I. Did you like the original Mary Poppins?
I like the original with
So did we.
Julie Andrews.
Exactly. That was actually our favorite Julie Andrews movie in my household growing up.
Of course. And have you met Julie Andrews?
I haven't yet, unfortunately. My grandmother, of course, has. I've met the other 7 actors who played the children in the movie, but I haven't met Julie yet. I hope to. I've heard nothing but good things about her.
What do you do when you return to Austria?
When I go to Austria, I like to walk around Salzburg, and I like to visit the beer halls there and see how our Austrian-style beer is stacking up to theirs.
All right. So, Sam, tell me one of your family traditions at Christmas time.
So one of the traditions that we have, this is a more recent tradition, is what we call a progressive dinner. So we can't decide who's going to host Christmas dinner. So we start with one course at my sister's house, and then we ski to my house, do another course there, and then we ski to my parents' house, and then finish off with the main course and the gifts.
All right. Besides wearing lederhosen, what Austrian traditions did your dad keep alive in Vermont?
So Austria has a very strong hunting culture. My father's always been a hunter, and so you've probably noticed. Here we are looking up at a beautiful elk rack right here. So Reid, if you look up to your right here, that's an elk that my father took.
Yes.
He's been an avid hunter his whole life. Hunting's a huge part of the Austrian culture. To get a hunting license there is like passing the bar in the United States, practically. That's maybe an exaggeration, but and I think the focus on aesthetics. My father, for being a big, tough man, actually has a very great eye for color and aesthetics in general, and that's something that we've really continued here in the lodge. So my father's imprint is on practically everything that we see here in this building.
So, Sam, are you musically inclined? Did you play an instrument as a kid?
So I think we all have some of the musical genes in our family. I felt the bar was set pretty high as far as the level on which my family had performed. So I think that we were a little bit self-conscious of the fact that people might really be sort of judging us with our singing or our music. So, and I think I didn't have the discipline to practice piano as often as my parents wanted me to, which of course I regret today. So I'm hoping that my sons will have a chance to carry on the musical gene more than I do.
What are their names?
So my oldest is Wolfgang. We call him Wolfie. And the younger one is little Johannes. We call him Hansi. Wolfie and Hansi.
Of course. What's the hardest part of being famous?
The hardest part of being famous is I think you don't ever quite get to know who you could have been if you didn't have that extra attention that can be distracting. So it can prevent you from accomplishing things that you might have been able to do if you had a name that no one recognized.
Okay. Do people recognize you when you travel?
You know, if I'm using my credit card or people hear my name, then sometimes they do, and it's actually a nice way for me to make people happy is to have a quick interaction where they meet a Von Trapp, and often it means a lot to them. The movies obviously has been very powerful to a lot of people, so I'd say the best thing about being a Von Trapp is the ability to make someone happy with only a few minutes of my time.
So, Sam, if you weren't running the lodge, what would you do?
I would probably still be teaching skiing in South America during our summers and in Colorado during our winters. I was having a great time with that life, but I stepped away from it to come back and help my dad out here in Vermont. But it was a pretty good life.
And what are your plans for the lodge in the next 10 years, Sam?
Wow. Plans for the next 10 years. We're going to continue to renovate. We have a lot. We still think of this as the new lodge, but in reality it was finished in 1983. So continuing to renovate, fixing a lot of things up, continuing to develop some of the agriculture programs. Looking forward to starting to keep bees next year and starting to produce our own honey here.
All right, that's awesome, Sam.
Do you do any farming at all?
No.
Gardening?
Maybe not.
Not yet. You should do some gardening. It's very healthy.
Of course. What's your go-to beer before the Von Trapp Brewery Beer Hall opened?
My go-to before? I'd say it was Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
All right. What's your favorite now?
Definitely the Helles. Helles means bright in German, just a good, crisp, clean beer.
Y'all?
Yeah. So what else do you have planned for today?
I'm planning to take a nap back in the room.
That's a really good idea. Naps are such a good idea. Yes, I'm a big fan of them.
Just before caroling.
I'm
Will
excited
you
because
be there?
I will be there. I will be standing up in front of the room. Yeah.
Talk Time with Reid Moriarty.
Do you have a snowshoeing tip?
Left, right, left, right. Also, poles. Did you use poles when you snowshoed?